Hello everybody and welcome to Slay the Princess, a story about a seemingly innocent princess who, apparently, will end the world. I played this earlier, or at least the demo I played. I have no clue how much has changed from the demo. I love this little warning. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see through them. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. That wasn't there before, so that's something. Yeah, Slay the Princess. I've actually been waiting for the full release on this. This is a good... I had a lot of fun with it. Let's jump right in. I do not remember how any of the endings worked.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
oh yeah, there's voice acting.
A cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yes, as all princesses are.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, sure. End of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Oh my god, there's so many of these. Do I get some sort of reward? No, I want to ask questions. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Have is a strong word. Also, why is my hand like a werewolf's claw? I think that's a werewolf's claw. How can a princess locked away in a basement end the world? I mean, is it like a butterfly effect, or are we just assuming she has a ray gun ready to blow up a planet or two? Like, on a scale of 1 to 3, are we dealing with causality or literal Death Star?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have
I feel like specifics kind of have good, like, purpose here. First of all, bad choice already. Do you have any evidence that just keep questioning him?
You're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Maybe my third or fourth personality is realizing this is kind of sus. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up, like, to begin with? Like, why are we on her bad side already?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
You say that, but we're not.
Let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
But if you think about, like, the causality and effect of it all, does the danger have anything to do with the locked up bits in... Like, is she becoming worse? Like, more dangerous as she's locked up, or less dangerous? Or is it, like, brought down into, like, a causality-based effect?
Before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Wasn't my question, but sure.
Causality doesn't matter.
Oh!
Because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If
oh!
The princess leaves the cabin...
Shit, he answered my question.
There is no changing that.
I was literally making a question about that, and he answered, okay.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Well, in that case, can I make drumsticks with said chicken?
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
I have questions about myself. Why is it my job? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do it? Do you say that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Can someone else do this?
Oh, if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules.
Then who does?
I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules.
You're the fucking narrator! Yes, you do! Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Agree to disagree. I'm just really screwing with him. Seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Damn. Harsh but true. Do I get a reward?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Okay, can I at least know what it is? Can you tell me what my prize is?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
That's not helpful. Like, you're trying to convince me to do this, but you're not helping. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. I'll talk to her.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Okay, that is a bit better. Like, you're like giving me context a little.
Each and every one of us is doomed.
We're fine. Stop being melodramatic.
So sure,
We're fine.
Go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
I love how I could, like, hear him sort of, like, nestling up in his chair, like, fine, don't care anymore.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Cool.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, plenty of options.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
How can
The only
air be
furniture
stale
of note
and musty?
is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
How can walls be stale and musty?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You could have just said weapon, my dude. If I take the blade, she's gonna, like, be, like, super concerned, right? I can't remember what I did last time. I think I took the blade. I think I started by taking the blade. Oh, and I can actually create saves. Save. I'll enter without it. Sure, let's see what happens.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
What?
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
You say that, I forgot how she sounded from the demo, but sure.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
It's upstairs, I can go get it, it's fine. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you? Hi, let's...
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Okay, you're way too okay with being locked up. Way too okay with this.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Uh-huh.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist,
Uh-huh.
binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Coolio.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Sure there is.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Well, there's only one attached to you, but... Yeah, but let's talk a bit first. Sure, she'd be willing to talk while chained. Surely.
Okay.
Can't exactly blame you for that response. What have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Oh, it means a lot, honestly.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess.
It's very relevant.
That's hardly relevant.
How she's been getting food?
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Like, yeah. Am I not? The only, like, there's no way he would just brush that off. Keep her locked away. God, there's so many choices. Okay, what's your name?
Oh,
You don't have a name?
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
But you don't have a name?
Is princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
It needs the commentary. The heroes got it for me. So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Why are you dodging the question?
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten.
Okay, hold up.
I
What?
must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
How have you forgotten? How long have...
Okay, that's weird.
Yes, it is.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully, you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? None of these sound good. Like she's going to get the wrong impression. Screw it.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
Wait, whose side are you on?
I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
I'm so confused. That response makes no sense.
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to
Do you
trust
want
whatever
to be
she
killed?
comes up with.
You're almost like asking for it? And I'm so confused. You're apparently supposed to end the world. Oh, I get a secondary response in this. I wanted to get a second opinion, because I don't know. I'm still not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
I
don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
Okay, I have so many questions.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
I mean, no, but you're not exactly giving me much help either way. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? Just deflect.
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
Or she's formulating a correct response.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I mean, I'm all for not killing the princess, but she's giving me a lot
What
of
I do
reasons too.
doesn't really matter, right?
It does a little, especially considering end of the world.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Yes. However,
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
You probably answered like that because I said deflect.
I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about.
And theoretically everyone else's?
Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Okay, what's your problem against her? The worst part is both of them do make very good points. I won't kill you, but I just can't set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company? No, there's no way that would be okay. I'm gonna keep you locked down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. I'm sorry, I just can't trust you. Go back upstairs, retrieve the blade. I'm getting you out of here. In my head, in the demo, I think I chose not to trust her initially. I'm gonna trust her. Why not? I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here.
You're only making this more difficult.
That is not the response I was expecting.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, sweet, no
You're
problem.
making a huge mistake.
Probably.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Probably.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
I misread that for a second. I thought it said hug.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I mean,
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
no.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I mean, fair. I'm gonna check upstairs, see if there's a key. And maybe I can find at least something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Alright, bye, princess.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Oh, come on.
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh, come on.
Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Oh, come on. Let me out of
Your
here.
shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Narrator's an asshole.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Come on. Great. Great.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
And just shut up.
Easier for whom?
Yeah.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Yeah, because somebody locked me in. Mr. Omniscient Narrator asshole.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yup.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
Fair enough.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
I mean... Why did the music stop? Oh
Barely
god!
hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Jesus! Hi.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
Oh, the
Blade from
blade!
upstairs.
Oh, the blade!
You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
What the
Or you
fuck?
could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Not giving me much choice here, are ya? What do I do? It would help a lot more if I actually remembered more about the demo. She's literally ripping her own arm off. What the hell am I supposed to do? You know what? Just, if I was in this situation and I saw someone ripping their arm off with their bare teeth, my instinct would be, oh my god, what on earth? And I probably wouldn't be friendly. She had, like, sharpened teeth. Like, she didn't give me a... No, that's the final straw.
Without hesitation, bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back.
Wait, what?
Fine.
What's... My skin? It's, like, scaly.
The wound drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
You tried to rip your own arm off.
The
What?
princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back.
Oh, great.
Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
Yeah, I might have made the
Thought
right
we had
call.
the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you.
You say unarmed.
I'm not so sure.
Her teeth were, like, sharp.
Waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow,
Okay.
she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Well,
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
give up, finish the job, run for the stairs, and lock her in the basement. Maybe she'll bleed out. What on earth would giving up do? I'll not commit.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What is about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised.
Thanks.
Feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart. If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job.
Oh, thanks.
You take another step forward when the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons. And then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
It's okay. Next time we'll be friends, surely.
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you.
And I
You've
die.
paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yay! Hooray. Chapter 2, The Witch. This is when the good stuff
You're on
comes.
a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, this already happened. But I died. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I
Oh
literally
yeah,
told you that
now we're
a
getting into the good stuff. This surprised me so much in the
Doesn't remember
demo.
what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Groundhog Day, let's go!
Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him.
Voice of the Opportunist.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Yes.
Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
No comment.
We were just weighing our options in a morally ambiguous situation. You can't blame us for weighing our options. We did our best with the information we were given. And we did kill her. And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe
Thanks.
your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Can I get a vowel?
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
I don't care.
That's a very good point. This princess character seems like a lot of trouble, and if you think about it, actually slaying her probably breaks us out of this cycle, right? We don't want to be stuck here forever, do we? You're laying it on a little thick, aren't you?
Because he is thick.
Laying it on a little thick? What are you talking about? I'm sharing my honest opinions. What matters is that almost everyone seems to be on the same page. So whenever you're ready, you can stop dawdling, get to the cabin, and save the world.
Sure. Let's talk about this princess. Sure, why not?
Just be quick about it.
Sure. She killed me last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again? She ripped me to pieces. Don't get me wrong, I hated it, but how can someone like that end the world? She's just a princess. Why was she able to rip me apart with her bare hands? That's actually a good one.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
Oh yeah, sure. What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is.
Oh my god, you're so
In
unhelpful.
the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
You're so unhelpful. You're being cagey. What aren't you telling
I
me?
told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. What is she really capable of? How are we supposed to stop her? Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us.
Oh my
I know
god.
it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
You have no... Oh
I
god.
don't think either of you really need to press the man on this. He wants us to slay the princess, so why would he have anything to hide? He seems like a nice guy to me.
I'm ignoring you.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, but you should really stop wasting time chatting amongst yourselves in the woods. So if we could move this along...
Alright, fine. That's all. Moving
Right.
on.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Sure. Turn around and leave? I mean, I could. Let's go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
I didn't get a warning last time.
She will lie, she will
Oh, wait, never
cheat,
mind, I did.
and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I'm just forgetful.
Don't worry, I think we've taken that lesson to heart at this point. You can trust us to get the job done.
Sure.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
There's a mirror.
The blade is your implement.
Yeah. This whole cabin is different from last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
What the?
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Wait, what? Do you not see the mirror?
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
What? Wait. What? You know, my gut's telling me not to take the blade, which is probably a dumb idea, but I kind of want to...
No blade? Leaving it behind didn't work out so well for us last time.
Yeah, but...
It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Okay.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Yeah, about that.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
So is she meant to be like a witch this time? I
recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
See? She knows us. Is this enough for you to believe what we've been saying? Maybe, but you shouldn't let that cloud your judgment. She's just a princess. As long as you remember that and remain focused, slaying her will be easy.
I'm fairly sure she's not a princess.
She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
Oh yeah, sure.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
I wonder what she's hearing. Is she just hearing me talking to myself? Like, just on the staircase?
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
I do like to think that she's sort of just waiting there. Like, what is he doing? Just hearing me talk to myself.
You're the boss.
Okay.
Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
That's not a witch.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
She's acting like she already knows you. I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning.
Both assholes
Well,
moving on.
you seem to be great at it.
Shut up.
So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. You fought us on it back in the woods.
Anyways.
That was when the only perspectives we had were yours and mine.
She asked us a question. We're literally talking to ourselves for like 5 minutes.
I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
Speaking of behind us, moving
Is it all
on.
behind us?
Oh, I hate all of you.
Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
I get the sense you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
You scared me, okay, when you started gnawing your arm off. It scared me, so I stabbed you. Things got out of hand.
Things did get out of hand, didn't they? But it's hard to let bygones be bygones when they led to murder. And you started it.
Why do I have a feeling that you're gonna stab me in the back if I let you out of here?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them? But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event.
Cool. Nice
She
talk.
needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember?
Well, this is the second time we've had this conversation, so I'm not sure I care anymore.
Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's gonna stab us in the back.
Yeah.
I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing. See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Hooray. But, sorry, I made a mistake? But I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. Oh, I don't even have the option to, like, attempt to free her. Okay,
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
I'm sorry about last time.
Smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
I didn't bring my blade down, remember? How am I supposed to get you out of those chains?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Cool.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Okay. Let's just leave.
Yes, let's.
She's gonna kill
Moves
me.
forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
She's gonna kill me. Oh, she's
She
like a
never breaks eye
cat.
contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here.
That's assuming she doesn't claw us.
Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her.
Okay, voice of the opportunist. More like voice of the skeptical.
Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time.
I mean, yeah.
You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
I regretted it when I tried to kill her anyways. Step onto the stairs.
That's right, you're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like, that's not
Princess
happening.
is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened.
She's gonna kill us.
You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? Why did you just say that? I think we know why.
He's about to close it.
You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight.
Ow!
You tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several.
Oh, great.
You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
Thank you for the
We
insights.
were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done if you considered not being like that. Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralyzed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
We were never going to get up those stairs, were we?
The princess lets out a mocking laugh.
By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back. And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming.
Oh,
Thanks for
God.
looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first.
Yeah, no, we were screwed.
Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it? The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's got it as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze
karma?
travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. Look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
I mean, maybe?
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen then? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Wait,
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape.
wait, what?
I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Whoa, whoa. What just happened? She got like... But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. Narrator's gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
I don't know.
We're top of the packing order now. Right, boys?
Shut up.
Does this mean we won?
Don't think so.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
It's a mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
I don't think we have a choice.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
You're breaking the fourth wall now. The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone. The mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. What?
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What? What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is hope marred by bitterness. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous and weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
Let her out.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
What?
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always a princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Fair point. Do you know about the other worlds beyond this
I
place?
know only that they are.
Bill, do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
Oh, okay. So I go through a different route, and I'll remember everything that's happened when I get back here. How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Sure. What if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
I'm not going back. Okay, make me forget. I'm not going back? Shh. I kind of want... Because I'll be honest, I want to pick all the endings anyway, so I'm gonna come back here and try the other stuff. I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always
Okay,
come
existential
back to
horror.
the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Cool. The game just crashed. The game closed itself. Oh, God. That is kind of spooky. That is very spooky. Alrighty then. I guess we're gonna be jumping into another run. See where that takes us. If you enjoyed this video, please check out some of my other stuff, and I will see you in the next one. See ya!